Thank you everyone for joining me for awakening our bodies to whole body orgasm and to experiencing epic orgasms. I'm Michelle Alva, your conscious sexuality guide and educator, and my intention for this class is to awaken people to the fact that they are orgasmic. It is our nature to be orgasmic, although a lot of times we don't realize that because we've had trauma, whether it's in childhood, the way that we were raised, sometimes depending on our religious backgrounds or the beliefs of our parents. We are, as children, if our parents, for example, caught us masturbating, I have male clients who he was taking a shower and his mom walked in to get the toothpaste or something, and it was a clear, the glass was clear and he was touching himself, and she yelled at him because she saw him, and he literally developed premature ejaculation and just really nervous around ejaculation and touching himself. He was traumatized by his mom, and she would kind of mention it to him afterwards again and again, how he's dirty. And so there's a lot of people that have been shamed in the past, and then we wonder why we have a hard time letting go and feeling comfortable being sexual or with our sexual parts. And so take a moment right now to just lay down, take off all your clothes, and allow yourself to feel your own perception of what your sexual history is. How do I feel about touching myself, masturbating? Do I feel good about it? Do I feel that it's something healthy for me? Or is it something that I question when I do it, that I actually hold myself back from feeling the freedom of pleasuring myself? Taking a deep breath in and just noticing how you feel about your sexual energy, your sexual history, sex in general. Is it a positive experience for me? And if there's any emotions coming up, open your mouth and just exhale with a sigh. Allowing and inviting and welcoming all feelings to come up. Tantra is all about feeling everything and embracing all the sensations as they arise. And so for today, even the class is called How to Whole Body Orgasm. I'm going to guide you on the steps to get there. But whether you get there today in class or not, we're going to let go of any goal, because this class is pleasure-oriented, not goal-oriented. And for some of us, our sex is always goal-oriented. And take a moment and notice, do I always want to orgasm and have ejaculation happen? Is that my goal every time I'm sexual? Or do I look at it as an experience of both, where I can have pleasure, experience pleasure, enjoy my pleasure, whether or not I orgasm or not? Do I do it to get off and to get the release? Or do I focus on the pleasure that it brings me and how it enriches me to just be in my pleasure body? Do I enjoy both, or do I only want one or the other? And so as you go on your journey of examining your sexual history, your sexual past, notice if you judge yourself about it. Am I free to be sexual, or do I condemn myself, or do I judge myself? And if there's any judgment coming up, taking a deep breath in, exhaling, and I invite you laying naked, preferably you're in a very comfortable place, maybe your bed. You're gonna stroke your thighs. So you're placing your hands from your knees upwards towards your genitals, stroking up, caressing your body all the way up past your head and then back down to your legs. So you're caressing your legs, your inner thighs, over your genitals, all the way up your body. And you're closing your eyes and just feeling your body, caressing your body upwards. You could even touch your shins. Inhaling upwards. And then exhaling back down. Ah. Inhaling upwards. Exhaling back down. Ah. Allowing yourself to notice how good it feels to caress yourself for the pure joy of caressing yourself. Opening up your legs even more. And allowing yourself to explore the different types of touch. You can caress yourself slowly. With the pads of your fingers, slowly caressing your body and noticing the different parts of your body where it feels really good and ticklish, and other parts it doesn't feel as much. And so we're going on a pleasure experience, and your body is the territory. Allowing your eyes to remain closed, feel the touch, and as you do this, expand your breath even more. Explore the different parts of your body. Trust yourself where you're meant to touch yourself. We're exploring the sense of touch. And notice if you're in your mind about it, thinking, what else are we going to do? I wonder what else we're going to do. Maybe there's thoughts in your mind that take you away from caressing yourself. Notice that. And so just as when we practice meditation, we can become aware of our thoughts as we're touching ourselves. This is a form of sensual meditation where you can caress yourself. And for example, you can go over your nipples and caress and feel how it feels to massage over your nipples, caress, scratch. I invite you to use your nails, stimulating yourself with different parts of your hand so you can scratch your body upwards. And notice the different sensations. Inhaling up. Exhaling. Ah. Inhaling upwards. Exhaling. Ah. Notice if it's easy for you to do this or if you keep thinking or analyzing. Become aware of how aware you are and present you are. Deep breath in. Is it easy for you? Step 1, lean back, surrender to the support surface. Allow your body to feel so supported and safe. For us to really surrender and allow our orgasmic energy to flow through our body, it helps us to feel safe and supported. And this has to do with the root chakra also. Second step, we're going to contract and relax our pelvic floor. This is the muscle, it's a hammock-shaped muscle between your pubic bone and your tailbone. So you can place your hands in between your pubic bone and tailbone for this exercise. Squeeze and relax, squeeze and relax, squeeze and relax your pelvic floor. Your hand is over the space between your pubic bone and your tailbone. And close your eyes and just feel there. Squeeze and relax, squeeze and relax, squeeze and relax. Remember, you can always ask me questions. You can comment if you have any questions. Squeeze and relax, squeeze and relax. It's as though we're doing this pumping action. Squeeze and relax, squeeze and relax. This is between the root chakra and the sacral chakra. Keep breathing. We're squeezing and relaxing, squeezing and relaxing. This for me is arousing the feeling of the squeezing and relaxing. I wonder for you all if it is arousing you. Awesome. Either way, you're getting in touch with this muscle. And for some women, if you've had vaginal births, sometimes women have episiotomies, they have tearing, so they have trauma in that part of the body, and squeezing and relaxing is difficult for them. So notice, how does it feel for me here? Is it easy for me to squeeze and relax? Do I feel strong or do I feel disconnected? Wherever you are is perfect for your journey. Even for the gentleman, behind your testicles, that's where your prostate is, in front of your anus. So you can put your finger behind your testicles in front of your anus and press up and in for the men. And just notice, do I feel anything there? Am I squeezing anything there? Bringing your attention there. And now what we're going to do is just take a moment to feel more that feeling of squeezing and relaxing. Bringing all your awareness there. Focusing on the contraction and relaxation. When we orgasm, this happens spontaneously. These muscles start to contract and relax exactly the way that you're doing it. It happens automatically, spontaneously. And so if you're a person that would like to orgasm more whole body, it behooves us to get in touch with the way that these muscles contract in the way that they exactly contract. This just brings you more awareness, a richer awareness of that. And now you're going to relax your pelvic floor and just breathe and expand down. And notice the expansion now. There's no more contracting and relaxing. It's just expanding. Pelvic floor, base of your spine. Exhale. Inhale, expand. Exhale, relax. So we've leaned back. We've turned on these muscles. We've turned them on in a way that causes them to pulsate. Notice how that felt for you. Do you feel more energized? Do you feel tired? Was it easy for you to connect to those muscles? Notice where you're at. And now what we're going to do is we're going to squeeze and hold the pelvic floor. And we're going to inhale, inhale, inhale. So the base of your spine between your pubic bone and tailbone is contracted. And we're going to stay laying down and we're going to inhale, 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 and hold it. And remember, you can write me if you have any questions. I'm teaching you to stabilize at your foundation at the base of your spine, pelvic floor contracted, and then inhale, 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 this upward movement of the breath, and hold it. So this is our preparatory work before we go into the next steps. Let's see how much we can control this. Squeeze and hold, pelvic floor, Mula Bandha in yoga, and then sniff, 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 expanding, expanding, expanding. Hold it, hold it, hold it. Exhale, letting go of everything. Let's do that again. Squeeze and hold your perineum pelvic lock. Inhale, inhale, inhale. 2 more sniffs. Hold it at the top of your head. Feel that energy elevated. Hold it. Exhale. Ah. And we're going to do this one more time. Squeeze and hold. Pelvic floor lock. Inhale, 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 inhale. Send that energy way up. Hold it, hold it, hold it. Exhale, release. Ah. Ah. So what I just reviewed with you was ways of amping up that energy once you're pleasuring yourself. So these are the prerequisites, the pre-steps, because then we're going to go into our pleasure practice and get all oily, but not yet. So I'd love to hear if anybody wants to share, how do you feel? Were you able to feel the movement of energy? Anybody want to share? You can unmute yourself or you can write any comments. How did that feel for you? I'd like to get your feedback before we go on to the next exercise. And so just to review, the first step was lean back, feel supported, surrender your body backwards. Second step was creating pulsations because we're prepping the muscles, mirroring and mimicking. When we have orgasm, this is the way that the muscles, they pulsate. And then I asked you to squeeze and hold and send the energy up. Those are the 3 things that we did thus far. And why we want to do that? Because when you are masturbating, pleasuring yourself, stimulating yourself, or breathing into your genitals, these are ways to amp up your energy and expand your energy upwards. So does anybody have any questions of that? Need clarification on that? Everybody's great?
Feels great here. Feel nice and relaxed and felt the movement kind of from the bottom to the top.
Do you ever press into your prostate, Tyson?
No, I don't.
Okay. So that area too, I just want to mention because you're a man, and for the ladies that are in a partnership with a man, right behind your testicles, in front of your anus, there's a smooth part of your body that's where your prostate is. And so ladies, you can press into that part with the pads of your finger and go like this. So while you're breathing up, you're touching your partner, and that causes ladies to feel more expansive in their own energy, and then your partner can feel that. It's really awesome. And you can also do circles like this. Ah, so massaging the outside, it feels so good. And for the gentleman, you can pull your skin of the, not your testicles, the actual testicles, but the skin close to the prostate, and just keep it tractioned with the other hand, massaging yourself there. This is awesome to do. That is the G spot for a man, is his prostate area. And so it feels sublime for the ladies to get to know that part of the body for their man. They can only benefit him that way. It's a very good thing to know. And then the other thing I wanted to say was the squeezing and relaxing for people. Was that easy for you, or was it complicated? Because if women, you're squeezing your inner thighs and you're not squeezing your pelvic floor, you can go inside your vagina and just squeeze and relax your finger. Or if you're really weak down there, put 2 fingers for the ladies. And this is something else for the gentleman. You can ask your goddess, squeeze my fingers, squeeze my fingers. And that's going to cue you into how strong her orgasm can be. Because if a woman, you tell her, squeeze my fingers, and nothing happens, that cues you into how strong her orgasm will be, like how awake she is down there. And I know for me, that muscle being strong, I noticed that definitely the stronger it gets, your orgasm you just feel this pleasure more from a stronger muscle. And I know the difference because I had a baby 15 years ago, and I was pregnant for a long time, 42 weeks and 3 days. And 40 weeks is like the norm. So I overcooked my daughter, and my pelvic floor definitely benefited a lot from post rehab that I did myself because of my pelvic floor physical therapy background. I knew what to do, and I wanted to make sure I was like a 20-year-old, you know, after having my baby. So that was something that, because I'm a pelvic floor uh, practitioner, I definitely wish to practice what I preach, and I'm obsessed with my pelvic floor. Like, it's very strong and it's very confident. And so this muscle, the pelvic floor, the more you're strong down there, and ladies, if you're not sure, you could bring your fingers inside, squeeze it and hold it, and notice, do I feel strong there? Because it's a metaphor, this muscle. The more you are strong in your pelvic floor, that's how you uplift yourself, you uplift your organs. If you're droopy down there, your organs are literally pressing down into your bladder, and eventually, it's like this personality that is like, "Meh." And I know this because I work with women, and I know the difference of how strong they are, and I can correlate that with their personality because I know those clients. So imagine if you meet someone and you're like, wow, they're very low energy, they're very like weak. And then you're like, excuse me, can I see how strong your pelvic floor is? Like, I do know that. I got the in on people. And so I've noticed this pattern that, like, the uplifting, perky women, those tend to be the hypertonic women. They're like more strong and maybe too strong, where they don't know how to relax. It's really amazing how this part of the body, your pelvic floor, really is a metaphor for your personality and how you come out in the world. And so I notice personally too with myself, the more I'm empowered and I'm dancing and I'm moving and I know that part of my body, I feel more playful, I feel more confident, and your pelvic floor also stabilizes your SI joints. True story. The stronger your pelvic floor is, it helps to gather your SI joints. So if anybody feels loose in their sacroiliac joints, or if you get low back pain and you feel unstable in your back, that this is a part of the body to get to know. And if anybody wants to go deeper after, we can schedule one-on-one sessions with me through Zoom or in person. And I would love to teach you how to feel really empowered in your pelvic floor. And also, I'm going to be teaching the Wild Women of Abundance May 14, and everybody gets the Yoni Healing audio series, which includes the pelvic floor 101 anatomy and really getting to know that part of the body. Even though you can't see it, it is your foundation muscle, and it gathers your sacrum, it gathers your hips. And if you think about it, that's your whole foundation for your whole spine and your neck and your jaw and your arms. So it's just a part of us that we don't pay attention to, and I really think it's important. So we're going to go on to the next thing. If anybody has any questions before I move on to the meditation, I just realized when you said some women are too strong and don't relax enough, that I am strong in my pelvic floor, but I don't fully relax. Very eye-opening to me. Yes, the women that do Pilates and a lot of yoga, and you do a lot of this holding postures in yoga, or going really slow in the reformer, there's these machines in Pilates, they makes a woman hard. And honestly, it's about balancing between the surrender and the turning on. So we don't want to be too hard and we don't want to be too supple and soft. It's really about this masculine feminine balance. And so it's important for us to be able to have tone in our pelvic floor, but then to really let go that orgasmic energy, especially if you want to squirt. The female ejaculation, some women are like, oh my God, I feel like I'm going to pee. I feel like I'm going to pee. And then they tighten up. So it's not the worst thing in the world to pee, okay? Do it in the shower if you want to get over the whole fear of peeing. And definitely get a vinyl waterproof mattress cover. This way you're never going to worry about wetting your mattress, girls. It's really not that big of a deal. Yep, that's me, finding the balance, not being too hard. Thank you. Yes, that really helps. Thank you so much for writing back. Felt good, done this before, felt connected to my body and mind. I feel an ecstasy now, expansion. Oh, that's awesome. Okay, so because of my background as a pelvic floor physical therapist, I'm very, very pro get to know your pelvic floor, but then also get to know surrender. When a woman squirts, when a woman ejaculates fluids, it's a downward feeling. It's for women that have had babies and your baby goes down your vagina, this kind of the same feeling. Or if you have a bowel movement and you're releasing down, it's this emptying out feeling, which for a lot of women, they're just used to having the upwards feeling. So if you stimulate your clitoris and that's all you know, for squirting, female ejaculation, whole body orgasm, it's actually a different feeling when that expansion happens. It's a releasing, it's a letting go. You're not making yourself whole body orgasm. Whole body orgasm happens through you and to you and for you. It's about you surrendering into it. Yeah, and just letting it move like a snake that just wants to crawl up your spine. So it's really about you getting out of the way. And so you can take a moment to reflect, do I get in the way in my life? Where do I get in the way in my life? Do I stop myself from having a richer experience of myself? Do I limit myself at all? Howie sex is Howie everything. Or do I dive right in and I just say, I'm going for it. I don't really know where I'm going, but I'm going. That's what whole body orgasm is about. And so we can practice these practices of pleasure that I'm going to guide you for the last part of the class, and just go there with me. So are you all up for this? We're going to get naked. That means I'm going to get naked now. I'm going to lay down and I'm going to take my oil and I'm going to guide you in a beautiful erotic journey to stimulating your body in a beautiful sacred way, where you're going to feel my energy expanding as our energies are expanding together. And for this one, I like to put a pillow under my spine, and so that my chest is more elevated and then my hips are lower. And I like to open my legs in Baddha Konasana. So I'm just going to do this myself. So the soles of the feet are together, knees wide apart, or just spread your legs out. And especially if you tend to be a little tight ass, this is a really good position for you. So it's all about surrendering. It's all about opening up your body. And I'm going to turn off my video because I'm going to get naked. And remember, oh, I can't unmute myself. Sorry, that's not the video. Hold on. Stop video. And so you can all hear me. I'm going to have the comments showing for me so that I can see if anybody has questions, or you can unmute yourself. So I'm getting naked right now myself and taking off this cute little outfit. And so as we do this, take your coconut oil in your hand and you're gonna rub your hands together, and I'm gonna guide you in a sacred sensual pleasure practice to expand your sexual energy. So you're gonna massage over your heart right now. We're gonna connect to the heart. We're gonna start in the heart. We've already woken up the pelvic floor. We've already connected to those muscles down there. And now we're going to connect to our hearts, because before you get your heart on, gentlemen, ideally we want to get our heart on. And ladies, the more your heart is open and expansive, the more you're also going to be able to channel and harness that beautiful sexual energy through your whole body. So some of us, maybe we hold in our chest, maybe we protect ourselves, we don't want to get hurt again, or we're scared of being vulnerable. So I invite you to massage the side of your ribs and investigate, how does my chest feel? So my hand right now is stroking the left side of my ribs, and then I'm also massaging over my breasts. And I'm noticing how that feels, the muscles around my ribs, my breasts. And then I'm stroking over my stomach area, my belly, coming back up to my chest. and moving over to my left side of my ribs, even towards the back. Does it feel as though I'm guarded here in my chest? Or does it feel open? Notice yourself. Is my heart open? Or do I feel guarded in my heart? Allow whatever to come up to come up. Remember, if you feel called to share something, you can. If any sensations are arising, some people start to think about their ex, or like, oh my God, I totally was shut down to that other person. Things may come up. We hold emotions and memories in our body tissues. You can just witness those emotions. You don't have to understand why it's happening. Or if you feel guilty. I had a woman who said she cheated on her husband and she felt so bad as she was massaging her heart. Let it just come up, invite it, and then whatever comes up, comes up. It's perfect. Go up to your throat, massage over your throat. Do I express myself openly or do I hold myself back? I invite you to create some sounds and just feel free. You might need a little more oil. I feel a lot on my right rib and like crying from sexual trauma. Go for it. We love you. We're holding space for you. Be grateful that you feel safe enough right now to let it go. Feel it and flow it. That's why I'm doing these classes. That's why I'm feeling too. And to be honest with you all, this morning I was massaging right where my ribs and my breasts meet. And I literally felt like there was this guardedness in my own body today. And I was crying because I feel in the past I've pushed away men right after my marriage ended. There was especially this really eager person to get to know me that I totally just cut out. That drawbridge went up and said, hell no, I just got out of a marriage. I'm not opening up to nobody. So sometimes we can just have a friend, let somebody in. And I'm not saying just to your coochie, but to your heart, But instead I was like, hell no, he's cute. I'm not going to be his friend. He probably just wants to sleep with me. Have you ever thought that way where he must just want to have sex with me? He doesn't really want to be my friend. And we make up these stories to push people away so we'll never get hurt. And then everybody's isolated away. And then we wonder why we're having a hard time meeting someone, right? Part of that's my story, folks, in the past. And I see now how doing these practices of touching myself, opening my heart, opening my body, processing my traumas, allows me to have these deeper, intimate experiences after the release. It's incredible how we attract different people from our own releasing and processing our baggage. So I think we've done enough around the ribs and the boobies. Now that, we've done the throat, so let's go to our shoulders. Go behind your chest, your shoulders. So now my hands are on my upper traps. And just notice, am I holding any tension in my shoulders? Do I feel like I'm responsible for everyone, or do I carry the weight of the world on my shoulders? Opening up your mouth, let it go. Do I not make enough time for me, to pleasure me, because I'm giving to everybody? Feel your shoulders. What am I holding here? The shoulds on the shoulders. And we're going to go up to our jaw and to our face, to our neck. Touch your face, your cheeks, your eyes. Caress your scalp. And if you feel complete there, you're going to start to move down now. We're going to pleasure our genitals. We're going to caress our inner thighs. If you feel you need to stay in your head and stay at your neck, go to wherever you're feeling called, and you're going to ask your body, is it okay for me to be open and just expand my sexual energy with you? It's like you're asking a partner. And just feeling that yes. Feel that yes, 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 yes. I feel safe in this class. I want to explore my sexual energy. And so, ladies and gentlemen, I invite you to caress right in between your inner thighs and your genitals, that inner thigh area. You're going to stroke with your index, middle, and ring fingers, stroking down towards your butt cheeks and then up towards your pubic bone. You're caressing around your genitals, the inner thigh. This is where our hamstrings, inner thigh adductor muscles are. A lot of us are holding emotions there, especially if you were raped or sexually molested or abused in any way. We tend to hold here. If potty training was really difficult with your parents, if they spanked you, this is another trauma that happens here. I work a lot with people that develop hemorrhoids, chronic yeast infections, just that have had a lot of things happen to them around here. So we're caressing our inner thighs and around the genitals. Stroking up and down. Remember, if you have any questions, just write to me or comment. And if you're okay with your inner thighs and you're ready to go on to the next part, you're going to stroke your labias, ladies. So we're stroking the outer lips. And for the gentlemen, I invite you to massage your testicles right now. So before we go any deeper, ladies, let's stroke up and down our lips, the outer lips, and you can notice as you continue to do that, they're going to swell up. It's so important for the ladies to have this beautiful yoni massage on the outside of the labias, because that causes you to get naturally lubricated and wet and juicy inside. And ladies, you can take one lip and massage just one and pull it away. And so this is what I'm doing to my right labia. I'm pulling it away and stroking it with my index and middle finger up and down. For the pure joy of feeling the pleasure of your right labia majora. This is your vulva. And notice how it causes you to feel more juicy. Unless you're really stressed out right now and you're not comfortable, then not much will happen. It's important for you to feel safe and supported. So wherever you are, feel grateful for your sexual sensual body. Keep stroking over your labias. Gentlemen, massaging your testicles. You can scratch them, pull them. Feeling good, stroking yourself. Letting go of holding any tension in the body. Relaxing your body. Let's go to the left side, left labia, left side of your testicles, inner thigh and genitals massage. Wherever it feels pleasurable, you're going to stroke around your genitals. If you're an expert at clitoral orgasm, I would invite you to not touch your clitoris for the purpose of this class and to explore your labias. And ladies, we're going to stroke the inner labias, your labia minora. These are the tiny lips. They're the smaller, thinner lips on the inside. The outer lips are the labia majora. Inner lips are the labia minora. Tinier lips, and it feels more sensitive there. You can create circles around your lips. Make sure to use more oil if you need. And gentlemen, you can stroke the base of your penis, not the tip, but the base, and just you can create this transverse motion with your hand twisting at the base. So you're exploring the more proximal part and playing with different directions. So you can tilt your penis to the right, backwards to the left, forwards, and just exploring how fun and delicious it feels to move in different directions. For the ladies, keep massaging your labia minora and notice how that feels. And now we're going to move into our vagina. And I invite you ladies to stroke over your G-spot, which is about 1.5 centimeters upwards on the upper roof. And just noticing, how does it feel around my vagina internally? Are there parts of my vagina that feel more pleasurable than others? And allow yourself to breathe up to your heart. Inviting the ladies to stroke themselves in ways that feel good internally in your vagina. And as you do that, inhale upwards, expand your breath up to your heart, up to your throat. And if you feel you want to explore with your clitoris, your G-spot, combine it with the expansion breath. And you can squeeze and relax your pelvic floor, squeeze and hold and expand. We're integrating all these techniques that I taught you before now. You can caress over your nipples, wherever you feel pleasure. This is your sacred masturbation, and allowing your breath to move upwards. And you can Inhale, inhale, inhale. Using whatever speed of touch, direction, pleasure, it's your way. Invite yourself to be free. Trust yourself. Expand that energy up. Feel that sexual energy expanding. And allowing yourself to pause. What I invite you to do after this class, you're going to get this recording right now. Hopefully all of you feel more expanded. So it's 1 o'clock almost. And if anybody has questions before we close the class, I invite you to continue after the class and continue to have your pleasure experience for yourself. You can put music on and allow yourself to keep on tuning in to this energy. Remember, you can squeeze and relax your pelvic floor, massaging internally and breathing up to your heart, expanding upwards. So I'm going to just invite for you all to ask questions, anything that you want to say or ask before I close the class. How was that for everyone? I'd love to get your feedback. Remember, I'm a guide. I set up the stage for these steps to get there. Inhale and expand your breath and keep on moving that energy with fingers inside to remember pain and suffering, so sad and shame. Yeah, so the G-Spot class is going to be a couple of Sundays from now. I think it's the Sunday after, where I'm going to be guiding the ladies inside the G-Spot, and we're going to do a specific massage for the G-Spot. It's all about the G-Spot. This was about expanding the energy. I wasn't getting any more juicy or wet. That's something I struggle with, getting wet. So I would do a longer massage ritual for yourself, a longer massage practice. Spend time. Don't think that orgasm means G-spot or clitoris. Orgasm is whole body. So if you have a lot of jaw tension, or if you hold a lot in your face, or if you hold emotions, massage your stomach, massage your breasts, get into your ribs. It's amazing how releasing here will cause you to feel that more openness when you're down there. Does anybody else have questions before I close the class? I cried the whole time. I was uncomfortable the minute I saw the men come in. Beautiful. I'm so grateful that the men are here, because you get to process that pain now. Whatever's happened is perfect in the class. So men are wonderful. Men are precious. And there are some men that take advantage of children. There's some men that take advantage. And guess what? Those men were probably abused. Hurt people hurt people. It doesn't make it right. But hopefully you can replay this recording and allow that trigger to come up. And then you're going to keep touching yourself and and remember, everyone, if you want a one-on-one session with me, please contact me. Let's do one-on-one session healing. And the Wild Women of Abundance, when you join that online journey, May 14, you get to schedule a session with me. I'm offering a half an hour abundance activation and clearing trauma session. So you can actually schedule that before May 14. Please reach out to me. You do not have to live in chronic tension. I hold so much tension in my jaw. Thank you. Yes, this is very helpful to clear this. When I want to masturbate, I usually gravitate towards being on my belly, laying on my belly. So explore different ways. This is a pleasure experience that you have. But the thing is, the minute we start to stimulate oxytocin, the pleasure hormone, oxytocin, which is stimulated when you pleasure yourself, is also the emotional release hormone. So the way that nature created it is orgasm is healing. Orgasm is cathartic. When you touch your G-spot, which we'll do in 2 weeks on Sunday, the G-spot class, a lot of women cry in that class, because the vagina, if you had sex and you felt like you were just a hole for someone just got off on you and it was just like pounding in your vagina, the walls of your vagina hold those memories. So a lot of women have, even when I do yoni massage and I work inside, do pelvic floor work for women, they cry the minute I just rotate the finger 2 millimeters to the left, and they're like, oh my God, and they'll have a memory come up. So they just have to, and then in seconds, they're released. The trigger point releases in seconds. So this is the G-spot class is going to cover this. And if this opened up some things for you, and you're crying and you're feeling very emotional, please reach out to me if you need support. And yeah, I'm here, and that's why these classes, they're meant to open us up. You can also hug a pillow. This is a way of being there for yourself. And you can also go to my website, michellealva.com. There's a free meditation, emotional release and processing. And also on Insight Timer, I have a bunch of meditations. Insight Timer app. I have a channel there where there's a lot of emotional release meditations for free. Okay, thank you everyone. I'm going to be now in the New Life Expo on the Goddess panel. So I will be available after 30 minutes. If you're having any questions, I'm putting my phone here. I feel like some people are feeling raw right now. That's my cell. Just text me if you want to schedule a free 15-minute clarity call. I'm going to have some free time later today. I love you all. Thank you for coming, and write me any benefits of today also. Remember, depending on where you are in your journey, if you're just opening up to sexual healing, you're going to feel really emotional. There's going to be a lot of stuff come up. If you've been doing the clearing work with me, there's some of my clients here, and you might feel more orgasmic today because you've done the clearing. So the path to whole body orgasm is about releasing and letting go of everything that's been keeping us from being orgasmic, feeling that energy flow through our body. And be patient with yourself, everyone, because it's meant to teach us so many things like patience, compassion, unconditional love, showing up for ourselves, holding sacred space for ourselves. I used to be in chronic pelvic pain for 14 years of my life. And today I'm squirtylicious, I'm orgasmic, I'm really confident about my yoniverse, and I feel so much more joy and empowerment. And so I've been through the journey. And let me tell you, folks, it's taught me to really love myself and to love myself no matter what I am. So I pray that this class is just an opening for you to continue on this journey and join me in May. There's so many wonderful opportunities to really master this in the month of May. This is our month, ladies. Love and gentlemen. Love to all. Bye, everyone. Thank you. Have a beautiful day. And remember, reach out if you need support, okay? You're not alone. Thank you.